So who might be buying your records? It is important to know your potential audience. Record sales are increasing. Look at this slide right here. 41.7 million people bought records. And that was in 2000. Whoa, from 1995 to 2021. They're going up, up, up. Now check out what happened during COVID, during the COVID lockdown. Look at the black bars. The black bars, they indicate 2020, and in May it was off the chain. 61600. Oh, there's a lot of zeros. That's a lot of people. Right here, recorded music sales by format. And 1973 to 2021, all of the record formats, the only one that was greater than vinyl was streaming. Not 8-track, cassette, or ringtones, CDs. It was vinyl. Let's look at the breakdown of vinyl sales revenue in France. And I chose France for this slide. But trust me, there's Japan. There are other countries where record sales are high. But this was interesting. 50 years old and older, 32%. But check out those that were less than 30 years of age purchasing vinyl, 42%. And 30 to 50 years old, 26%. Although this chart shows 2016, look at it. It's still pretty current. 25 to 34-year-olds buying vinyl. You know, I was at a sale once and I paid attention to that. You know how you have your head down looking through records and doing things. I lifted my head, looked to my left, looked to my right. As I was flipping through, there was records. And there were people that could be my grandchildren buying records. And so I asked one of them, why are you here? And the response was, because it sounds so much better on vinyl. But there are other reasons why people are buying vinyl. This is an interesting quote from Mixmag site, and I thought it was interesting that they did this little survey in 2021 of 4,041 people, and above the age of 13. And on the course of 2 weeks, they questioned their music listening habit and purchases. 15% of the Gen X respondents claimed to have purchased vinyl records, not just streaming, but purchased them in the last 12 months. And 11% of the millennials said they had purchased vinyl in the same period. 2017 vinyl sales by music, the type of music. And this was rather shocking for me that look at how many millions of albums were sold that were rock. And I tend not to really pick up rock. It's going to sell. Pop, it's going to sell. Some rap will sell. R&B, stage and screen, jazz, country. Yes, country sells, as well as electronic music. But don't worry about the fact that you may not have some of the things that are represented here. You might have classical. It still sells. This chart's not showing it. Classical sells, as well as other types of music. But these right here from this chart for 2017 indicated that they were more sales for them. Record stores are going to buy your records. Now, you may not see that many record stores in your area. They do exist, especially in other countries. They do exist. Online collectors and resellers. Now, believe it or not, if you're just the kind of person that likes to hang out on the front end of Facebook, or you tell people that you went to the movies today, know that there's another world. I call it the back end of Facebook, where you have the Facebook auction sellers, and they're in private and public groups. You have Facebook collectors, collectors of music, collectors of albums that are in private and public record groups. That's where people come together, talk about records. There's some groups that will sell the records, and others that are going to buy the records. And so each group, you want to look for those groups and become involved. Also, what's not listed on this slide, or you have your other social media groups like Reddit, for example. They have special groups. Look for those places, because there's a lot of selling and discussion going on about records. DJs buy vinyl. Yes, they do. For various reasons, not just for sampling music. DJs buy vinyl. Offline resellers. Now, who are those offline resellers? Those are the people that are selling at record fairs, and record fairs are hot. Not just because of the temperature outside. They're just hot, because regardless of what's going on outside, there will be a record fair. It is a social community time. It is fun. Also, you have those that will buy from you that are going to resell at live auctions. Audiophile. What's an audiophile? That's a person who's enthusiastic about high fidelity sound reproduction, but more than just that. It might be the audiophile who may also be a collector, who asks you about something called the dead wax on the record. They may ask you, what's the inscription? Now, trust me, this is where you learn from your buyers. I've had this happen to me when I had a record up online and someone asked me, what is the dead wax inscription? That's what they asked. And my question was, what is dead wax? That's when I learned. You're going to learn. Don't think you have to know all this. I just want you to be aware of what buyers might be looking for, who those buyers are. And as they ask for certain things, you can provide. But it's good to be aware that the more detail that you can provide, the better. And to keep a sharp eye when you're looking at your collection. We're going to talk more about this. Collectors, some collectors will collect vinyl based on specific artists, specific labels, and specific types of music. And we'll talk more about that, especially with the labels. We're going to show you, I want to show you a little bit about the variation of labels. Who want to start playing vinyl again or for the first time will be some of your potential buyers. Know that people that had their collection of music but just didn't listen to it may not have had that record player anymore. They may say, hey, I want to start listening to vinyl again because of the memories, the time I met my first love, the dance I did when I could dance more. Know that also there'll be many people listening or buy from you who are listening to vinyl, into vinyl for the first time. So get excited about knowing your future buyers. Knowing your potential buyers will help you when you're ready to research. It's going to help you in your research, selling, and promoting your listings, especially promotion, because depending on your buyers will help you to decide how to promote your listings once they're on whatever platform you choose.